Hello to everybody. I'm leaving you a message from the beautiful Revivim in Israel. It may be a little scary in some places of the country where rockets are raining down. As you can see, it's pretty peaceful here. But what I wanted to talk today about is something that I wrote maybe a week ago about exactly this, rockets. In relationships, it's often very comfortable to throw rockets at each other. We see something that our partner does, our kids do, that we don't like, that we don't agree with. We spoke about it 1,000 times. And the initial gut reaction, way too often, is to stab. Let me stab this. Let me stab the guy. Let me stab the woman. Let me throw a rocket at them. And that just festers into a very negative ball of energy in our relationship. What it does is it begins to degrade our relationship from the inside. When we begin to, when we judge, when we become essentially two separate entities in a relationship. We're no longer one. We're just two separate people living our own lives. We have some things in common, like the kids and the house and maybe some other things. And you can see that people live like that. And it's painful because we begin to feel ourselves locked in a very small dungeon. We cannot open up to our partner. We cannot speak openly because there's all of this pent-up anger and emotion. And we gotta let it out. You know, some cases are better than others. Some cases are worse than others. But what I wanted to say is awareness. When we begin to understand what we're going through, the nature of the relationship, when we begin to see how we can improve it together and begin to take steps towards it, things become a lot easier. When we support each other on this vision, on this journey, on this path that we're on together, the key here is unity, is togetherness. Because if we're separate people, then we're not together. And the key steps of how to do it is to practice. To accept the other person as he is, as she is, to work with them, to speak to them openly, to express your feelings and emotions, to create as much as possible that space in the center that is our safe space, that we can express ourselves there, that we will not be judged, but everything we say is accepted in a welcoming way. And we can set it. It can be a time that we communicate in. It can be a room, a space, whatever you guys want to do in your relationship. But the key is to constantly develop that space of unity between us. So I love you all. I wish you great luck in your relationship, and I know that together we'll be successful.